Hello students, this is the volume 2 of the human excretory system of class 7. Okay, so in the volume 1 we have discussed the, uh, the kidney internal structure, the basic informations, the excretory products which are produced in our body, everything we have discussed. Now particularly in this video I am going to discuss with you the process, the mechanism of blood filtration, or you can say the process of urine formation, okay, in the kidney. Now look at this diagram. Okay, I hope you can understand. This is a nephron I have drawn, okay, which are present in the kidney pyramid, renal pyramids, okay, inside the kidney. These nephrons, this nephron is the base. These are the basic functional and structural unit of kidney. Okay, where actually the blood gets filtered. Okay, so now you see here the renal artery is very important here, through which the blood enters into the kidney. Okay, the arrow you can see. Now this cup-shaped structure you can see, this is the Bowman's capsule. You have to remember the names. The renal artery enters carrying the blood inside, and it enters into this structure, that's notch inside the Bowman's capsule, and these are the final capillaries inside, that is divided from the arteries into many final capillaries, nothing but blood vessels only. Okay, so through which the blood moves, and these blood capillaries inside this notch of the Bowman's capsule is known as glomerulus. Okay, now from here blood goes out like this, and it entangled around the nephron. The green tube, I have thickened the lines here, the tube here, so that it becomes visible for you. The green tube you can see, this is the entire nephron, and this blood capillary which entangled the entire nephron, a nephritic tubule. Now what happens here? As the blood enters into the capillaries are comparatively much, you can say they are finer blood vessels in compared to the arteries or veins. So when the blood enters into these finer capillaries, automatically the speed of the blood that increases, and as a result of which a pressure develops, that is called hydrostatic pressure. Okay, as a result of which, okay, the blood, okay, cross the membrane of the blood capillaries and the membrane of Bowman's capsule and enters into this part. Okay, so what is, because of the hydrostatic pressure, the wastes from the blood, including excess of water and also some important nutrients, okay, they filtered out as a result of the pressure into the Bowman's capsule. Okay, so let me give you the arrow signs so that you can understand that the filtrates, okay, they are entering into this part. So all the waste, the nutrients you can say, okay, and the nutrients, waste, excess of water, everything, okay, diffused you can say into this blood Bowman's capsule. The pressure worked here, as a result of which all filtered out. Okay, now here we can see excess of water, nutrients and wastes. Now what are the wastes? If you remember, urea, uric acid, ammonia, they are the major wastes, and excess of water, which is also not required by our body, is also waste. And what else? The nutrients like amino acids, glucose, okay, vitamins. These are the nutrients which also, as a result of pressure triggered here, they comes into this Bowman's capsule. Okay, now from here they enters into this part. They enter into this part. So I am just giving arrows here so that you can understand this. So see here, all the waste, excess of water and nutrients, they enters into this tube, and then they moves on through this. tube here. Okay. Now while moving, now you look at here, renal along with the renal artery, which is a red blood capillary, you can see that's entangled around the nephron. The renal vein, okay, which is also the renal vein entangled around the entire, the blue capillary you can see is the renal vein. Okay, that also entangled around the whole nephron. Now what happens is that, see, as the wastes move through this, the nutrients also moves and excess of water also moves. Now what happens is that some water, when, because remember the wastes and the nutrients whichever filtered out here, that is with the help of water, as a result of which excess of water utilized for the filtration process. So if you drink less of water, this filtration will not take place and it will be leading to kidney stone, remember. Now see, the water used here to filter out the waste and the nutrients. Now when excess of water gets in the renal tubule, okay, now there will be a, if all the water which enters here in the tube, if it goes out of the body, then it will be, our body will get dehydrated. That is why the water also now needs to be reabsorbed back in the blood, because my body also needs water. Many water is volume of water is utilized here for the filtration purpose. Now the purpose is done. Now the water needs to be removed back from the nephron tubule into these veins, renal veins, the blue color lines you can see. Okay. So excess of water, the nutrients like amino acid, glucose and all, the vitamins, everything, all these important nutrients needs to be reabsorbed back into the bloodstream, because they are needed by our body. They are not supposed to go out of the body. That is why they needs to be reabsorbed back. So into these renal veins, the blue lines you can see here, okay, all the nutrients will be reabsorbed back. So I am giving an arrow. See, this is the green line, the nephron. So from here, okay, I am giving arrow like this. So this is showing what? From the nephrotic tubule, something is going inside this vein, renal vein. What is going? The water, the required water, the nutrients and the vitamins. Okay. So see, look at here. So I am giving an arrow so that you can understand that how things are getting reabsorbed. Okay. I hope now you can understand. So how from this nephron the reabsorption of the water, nutrients and vitamin take place. Okay. Now when it was reabsorbing, okay, the veins were reabsorbing the nutrients, vitamins and water which is required by the body. Some waste again reabsorbed in the blood along with these important nutrients. Now waste are not supposed to be reabsorbed back. Waste needs to remain there in the nephron. So when the important nutrients were reabsorbing, were getting reabsorbed, the waste also, some of the waste also reabsorbed in the vein. But they are not supposed to be, now what is, where these veins going actually? They are taking the nutrients and all and they are going out. See the arrow. They are going out of the kidney. So it is going where? To the body. So what is taking, what is going on through these veins? The important nutrients, water and vitamins which are required by the body. But what I said, when it was absorbing all these nutrients, some wastes also from the nephron reabsorb. But then we have to give them back into the nephron. Okay, because wastes the veins will not carry. They will not go back to the body, right? That is why the wastes again from the vein, okay, and you can say the artery is now here. From the arteries, they will be sent back to the nephron. Okay, so let me give you. See, this is the artery. From here, the wastes will be coming here into the nephron back. So I am giving what? Opposite direction. I hope you are getting now what I am actually doing here. Understood? So all the wastes again from the blood capillaries enter into the nephron. So ultimately when the water along with all the substances reach here. This is the collecting duct. Okay, we see water present here. In the ultimately in this duct, what we see? Number one, water. Number two, all the wastes. Understood? And what is carried out by the vein here? Number one, water. Number two, vitamins. Number three, all the nutrients. Okay, like amino acids, for example. Okay, glucose. All these are going to the body again, and these are the waste, water with the waste. So what exactly is this forming? It is the urine. So urine will be now going out. Now this collecting duct is going to the pelvis region of the kidney, if you remember, and from the pelvis the urine will be going to the ureter, through which it will be going to the urinary bladder. Okay, this is what the detailed process, the mechanism, how the blood filtration takes place. Ultimately we are getting urine here in this collecting duct, which will be going to the pelvis. You may write this down in the copy. From the collecting duct, urine will be going to the pelvis, from pelvis to ureter, and then from ureter through ureter to the bladder, where the urine is going to be stored temporarily. Okay, so this is what the mechanism of the urine production, or you can say blood filtration. So pure blood with all the important nutrients going back to the body, and the waste forming urine going out to the bladder, urinary bladder. Okay, so this is what the mechanism. So practice the diagram, whatever we have discussed. Now after listening to this again and again, listen whatever I have shared with you, discussed with you about the mechanism and all. Okay, write down all the important things here. This part and this part is very, very important for you, and obviously all the labelings are important. Okay, this part you must understand. Okay, and make a note out of it if possible. Then read the textbook where the mechanism is given. Okay, twice read the mechanism in the book. Again you look at this video. Okay, again listen to me whatever I have discussed here. Again read the book. Understood? Then only you will be getting the mechanism of the urine formation. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video. Okay, and wait for the next video for the next topics I'll be making for you. Thank you.